Wait, are the Cowboys really eyeing Coach Prime's defensive coordinator, Robert Livingston? Breaking reports say Dallas has serious interest, and it's already sparking debate. Some fans love the idea, believing Livingston's aggressive, modern style could be exactly what the Cowboys need to evolve defensively. Others question whether success alongside Deion Sanders fully translates to the NFL level. Why is Dallas looking in this direction now, and how real is this interest? One behind-the-scenes connection tied to Livingston's rise suggests this move might be far more calculated than it appears, and it could shake up the Cowboys' coaching plans fast. Breaking news is coming out of the NFL world right now, and Dallas Cowboys fans, you might want to sit down for this one because this rumor has the potential to completely change the direction of this franchise on the defensive side of the ball. According to multiple league whispers and behind-the-scenes chatter, the Dallas Cowboys are showing real interest in Coach Prime's defensive coordinator, Robert Livingston, and this is not just some random social media rumor being thrown around for clicks. There is legitimate smoke here, and where there is smoke in the NFL, there is almost always fire. Now, before anyone jumps into the comments saying this is fake or the Cowboys would never do something bold like this, let's slow things down and really break this entire situation apart. Because when you connect all the dots, this actually makes a scary amount of sense for Dallas. Robert Livingston has quietly become one of the most respected defensive minds associated with Coach Prime's rise in college football. While Deion Sanders gets most of the spotlight, the people inside football circles know that Livingston has been a major architect behind the discipline, structure, and aggressiveness of those defenses. This isn't just hype. This is film. This is scheme. This is development. The Cowboys, as we all know, are at a crossroads defensively. Yes, there has been talent. Yes, there have been flashes. But when the lights are brightest, when it's January football, when it's win or go home, the defense has repeatedly failed to adjust, failed to respond, and failed to play with urgency. That is not just a player problem. That is a coaching problem. Dallas has stars on defense. Micah Parsons is a generational talent. Trayvon Diggs, when healthy, is a game changer. Darren Bland just had one of the most insane interception seasons we've ever seen. Yet somehow, this unit still manages to look unprepared against motion, misdirection, and physical run-heavy teams. That tells you everything you need to know. Now here's where Robert Livingston enters the picture. Livingston's defensive philosophy is built around accountability, speed, and confusion. His defenses don't just line up and react. They dictate. They disguise. They attack. And that is exactly what the Cowboys have been missing. Too often Dallas relies on individual brilliance instead of coordinated chaos. Livingston brings organized violence to a defense. Every player knows their role. Every snap has intention. One of the biggest reasons the Cowboys front office is reportedly intrigued by Livingston is his ability to develop young defenders fast. And that's critical because Dallas is loaded with young defensive talent that has not fully reached its ceiling yet. Think about players like Sam Williams, Motzie Smith, Damone Clark, and even Micah Parsons in an expanded hybrid role. Livingston's schemes would unlock these guys in ways we haven't seen before. Another thing that cannot be ignored here is culture. Coach Prime's program has built a reputation for discipline, confidence, and edge. Not fake swagger, but earned confidence. The Cowboys desperately need that identity shift on defense. Right now, Dallas plays like a talented unit that expects things to go right. Livingston coaches defenses that assume everything will go wrong and are prepared for it. And let's talk about Micah Parsons for a second, because this might be the biggest reason Dallas is exploring this move. Micah is not just a pass rusher. He is not just a linebacker. He is a weapon. Yet the Cowboys often limit him by lining him up in predictable spots. Livingston is known for moving his best player all over the field, creating mismatches, forcing offenses to reveal their protection schemes before the snap. Imagine Micah Parsons used the way elite defensive minds actually use chess pieces. That alone should excite Cowboys fans. Now some people are asking, why would Dallas look at a college defensive coordinator when there are NFL names available? And the answer is simple: innovation. The NFL has become stale defensively. Too many coordinators run recycled schemes from 10 years ago. College football, especially under coaches like Deion Sanders, is where new defensive ideas are being tested and refined. Livingston represents that new wave. This also fits Jerry Jones' recent comments about wanting energy and fresh thinking on the coaching staff. Jerry has always loved splash moves. He loves headlines. He loves being first. Bringing in Coach Prime's defensive coordinator would dominate the news cycle instantly and send a message to the locker room that this franchise is not stuck in the past. But this isn't just about headlines. This is about results. Let's be honest. The Cowboys have been outcoached in big moments. That's the harsh truth. When offenses adjust, Dallas doesn't. When teams run straight at them, Dallas struggles. Livingston's defenses are built to stop the run first, then hunt quarterbacks. That alone would fix one of the Cowboys' biggest weaknesses. Another major factor here is player buy-in. Young players relate to Livingston. He communicates in a way modern athletes respond to. He teaches, not just yells. And in today's NFL, that matters more than ever. The Cowboys have lost defensive leaders in recent years, and Livingston could be the guy to re-establish that voice. There's also a deeper connection here that people aren't talking about. Deion Sanders is Cowboys royalty. His legacy in Dallas still matters. His influence still matters. And if there is any franchise that would be willing to tap into that pipeline, it's the Dallas Cowboys. This feels like a relationship move as much as a football move. Now, does this mean Robert Livingston is guaranteed to become the Cowboys' next defensive coordinator? No. But interest is real. Conversations are happening. And when you hear front office insiders start mentioning a name repeatedly, that's not accidental. If this hire were to happen, expect immediate changes. More pre-snap motion defensively. More disguised coverages. More aggressive run fits. Less predictable third down play calling. And most importantly, accountability. No more blown assignments with no consequences. And let's not forget the impact this would have league-wide. Other teams would take notice. Free agents would take notice. Players want to play for coaches who put them in position to succeed. Livingston's reputation as a developer could actually help Dallas attract defensive talent instead of losing it. Some critics will say this is a risk. But here's the truth. Playing it safe hasn't worked. Recycling the same coaching tree hasn't worked. The Cowboys need a disruptor. They need someone who isn't afraid to challenge veterans, challenge stars, and challenge the status quo. Robert Livingston fits that description perfectly. And imagine the storylines. Coach Prime's right-hand man taking over the Dallas Cowboys defense. That alone would bring an edge to this team that they haven't had in years. Opponents would no longer view Dallas as just a flashy regular season team. They'd see a defense that hits, adjusts, and finishes. At the end of the day, this rumor is gaining traction because it makes football sense. It makes cultural sense. And it makes business sense. The Cowboys are desperate to break through, and bold moves are the only way that happens. So Cowboys fans, this is one rumor you should not ignore. Keep your eyes open. Watch how fast this develops. Because if Dallas actually pulls the trigger on Robert Livingston, it could mark the beginning of a completely new defensive era in Dallas.